CCSD students, they all go back to school on Monday, and today we got to check in with Superintendent Dr. Jesus Jarrah. Now, he says he has visited right now a number of campuses, and he says that there is a lot of excitement, but also, of course, a lot of anxiety. Dr. Jarrah also says that he just reported to the governor's task force that there are still a lot of kids who will not have the equipment they need to learn on the first day of class.
As of yesterday, we still have 30,395 of our children who have expressed a need that we have not provided a device.
Well, he says right now the district is working through the weekend to try to get devices to those kids.
A large fire at the Westgate is under investigation right now. Crews are looking into the possibility it was a cigarette that started this fire. They also say the person who is believed to have started the fire tried putting it out and was injured. That person was taken to the hospital. Firefighters say when they first arrived, they found the fire in the pool deck area near the cabanas. Some patio furniture was on fire as well. The fire is now out. If you're looking for a job right now, Albertsons and Vons are looking for delivery drivers and store employees. The grocery stores are hosting job fairs at all stores on Tuesday, September 1st from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And jobs are available in all departments. We have a link to apply online on our website. All you have to do is go to ktnv.com/links.
But new at 5, Sundance Helicopters just announced that it is permanently closing its tourism flight operations here in Las Vegas. This comes after the sharp decline in tourism in the valley forced Sundance to close tours for several months. A Facebook post says, though, it will continue to provide contractual charter work. Well, days after suspending the exhibitor license of the man who runs the Tiger King Zoo, the U.S. Department of Agriculture has now filed a formal complaint against 2 of the stars of Netflix's Tiger King documentary. And 13 Chief Investigator Darcy Spears now continues her ongoing coverage.
Jeff Lowe and his wife Lauren are accused of willfully violating the Federal Animal Welfare Act and failing to meet minimum standards of care for the animals at their Oklahoma zoo. Federal authorities say the Lowes told USDA they held 212 animals at the Greater Wynnewood Exotic Animal Park, but either failed or refused to give government inspectors access to ensure the animals' health and safety. The complaint also says the Lowes acted in bad faith as they repeatedly failed to keep or disclose records about animals that came and went from the zoo, repeatedly failed to handle animals carefully, and repeatedly failed to provide adequate veterinary care. Since 2015, the USDA says it has advised Jeff Lowe not to allow dangerous exotic animals to interact with the public, but his lucrative cub petting business consistently operated in violation of that. Federal records also accuse Lowe of falsifying written programs of veterinary care and individual vet records. As 13 Investigates first reported in 2017, Jeff Lowe's illegal cub petting business in Las Vegas got him in trouble with city officials. He was found guilty of doing business without a license, in part due to his advertised jungle bus that listed baby lions, tigers, bears, lemurs, kangaroos, and monkeys available for private parties, casino events, conventions, and shows, plus photo shoots, movies, and commercials, and extended private encounters. The court case has been continued numerous times and is still ongoing, but the feds say the animals weren't the only ones threatened. USDA says in 2017, the Lowes repeatedly harassed a Las Vegas animal control supervisor whose department was investigating their numerous exotic animal operations. The complaint says the Lowes publicized her photograph and home address, issuing threats against her and making derogatory comments about her on social media. As we reported earlier this week, the USDA suspended Lowe's license for 21 days due to years of alleged animal cruelty and neglect. Some of the violations cited include the tiger and liger cubs seized in Las Vegas in 2017. As our investigation exposed, the cubs were underweight, malnourished, sick, and in need of veterinary care. This lemur was also allegedly deprived of vet care. All 3 of the animals now live in a Pahrump sanctuary. In just the past few months, officials cited the Lowes for failing to obtain medical care for one big cat who died in June, as well as several other animals, including tigers, lions, bears, and wolves that authorities found suffering and sick at the now infamous zoo. Other allegations detail unsafe enclosures in a state of disrepair, inadequate food to properly sustain the animals, and a decomposing tiger carcass drawing flies that injured other animals in the park. The Lows are required to answer the charges in federal court, and the government is asking for a quick hearing. Penalties could include revocation of Jeff Lowe's federal license, and Lauren Lowe may be permanently barred from ever getting a license under the Federal Animal Welfare Act. 13 Investigates learned that on Friday, Jeff Lowe surrendered his federal license, meaning the Tiger King Zoo is now officially closed to the public. Lowe did not respond to our request for comment, but on Facebook he did post that he plans to have his lawyers prove that USDA is wrong. Darcy Spears, 13 Investigates.
Well, teachers are finding creative ways to support themselves financially. How Airbnb is playing a growing role in that.
Plus, it's another way to prepare your kids for class. Why eye exams right now are even more important as students start school online.
Well, it is National Eye Exam Month, and it's important to make sure your child's eyes are healthy before they start school. Doctors recommend getting an eye exam every year. It's important to catch eye issues early, especially for kindergartners.
It's extremely important to have clear vision when you start school, because you're going to be learning to read, learn your numbers, all your letters. So sometimes kids with vision problems, parents think they have a learning disability, when in actuality they just need glasses.
That's right, and with many students learning virtually, digital eye strain is expected to become an even bigger problem. Doctors say every 20 minutes, look away at least 20 feet from the screen for 20 seconds and try to get your kids outside after school.
Yeah, really important reminder, especially right now. Now, for teachers and other educators, it's certainly been a bumpy summer with a lot of unknowns. And Scripps reporter Dan Grossman now shows you how some have found a way to find stability with their incomes so they could focus on what they do best.
To understand Jim and Joe Pustisi's marriage
I taught you to snowboard.
Yep.
Jim taught me to roll the kayak.
is to understand give and take.
Still not good at.
Married for more than 15 years.
16.
Excuse me, 16.
Who's counting?
Yeah.
Their biggest test of give and take came 7 years ago
That's our view from the
from our
front
deck.
when they put up their beloved cabin in the mountains for people to stay in through Airbnb.
Joe had to really convince me that to do an Airbnb. Yeah, because we had put so much.
This is my thing.
Yeah, we had put so much work into the cabin that I didn't want someone to come in and abuse it.
If you look, that hasn't happened, even though the place is booked nearly every day of the summer months. And it's been happening to more teachers who have found themselves turning to Airbnb as well. In 2019, Airbnb said teachers raked in $230 million through Airbnb rentals. $81 million of that came during the months of June, July, and August when they weren't teaching. It's a big jump from 2017 when teachers brought in $160 million, with $54 million coming during the summer months.
It's kind of like our own little business, too. You know, so it is fun. It's just fun even reading reviews or talking to people on the phone.
It gives the Pustisis a way to live their lives a little more loosely.
Great little spot in Twin Lakes.
It also gives them a chance to look back on reviews, knowing they did what they do best, share information and experiences.
People are enjoying the same things that
We do.
we enjoy, and it's like, and yeah, I don't know, it's cool.
Yeah, it makes you feel good that
Yeah, it
other
makes
people
you-
are feeling good.
Yeah.
For a couple whose profession and passion is in flux, what more could you ask for? I'm Dan Grossman reporting.
That's pretty cool. Well, thousands of unemployed Americans who lost their jobs during the coronavirus pandemic are finding support for their frustrations online. Online support groups on social media contain as many as 40,000 members with posts ranging from how to fill out unemployment claim forms to venting frustrations about being out of work. One member compared it to group therapy. I know that's been true here for our local PUA and unemployment insurance Facebook groups as well.
All right, we're outside right now to our weather. It is hot, it is smoky, but we've been talking about it, Danny, at least it's Friday.
Yes.
We got that going for us, Trisha and Todd. Smoky skies and record highs. That's kind of what we're looking at for our Friday. But today looks like the last day in our record run. Slightly cooler conditions working this weekend thanks to some monsoon moisture on the way. 111, that's where we landed today. So it looks like we broke the previous high record of 110 set back in 2009. Last day of record heat and the 7th consecutive day that we either tied or broke that daily high temperature record. Humidity tracker shows the source of change for the weekend. Moisture is moving in, so not a significant difference in humidity today, but you're going to start to feel the stickiness in the air tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday as rain chance pushes in as well. This moisture is coming from the south of us, coming from the Pacific